Hey guys, it's me. I look rough. I have no glasses or makeup on. Apologize. Everything went great. He said that my left ovary, was actually adhesed to my uterus. That he actually had to scrape off all the scar tissue in it from my uterus, and that's why I was having such bad pains. We're still an hour away from our house. We headed down there Thursday, and we left around 6 from my house in Mississippi, and we got down there and we did my pre-op. I had an appointment at 11. We did my pre-op, and everybody at the office was absolutely amazing. Sorry, I was looking for my husband. They did a vaginal ultrasound, urine sample, and then they physically examined me with their hand to make sure I wasn't tender or anything, and make sure there wasn't anything wrong in there that way. They looked me completely over, felt all on my neck, on my tummy, on my throat, asked me loads of questions. What else? We went ahead and paid in full, and they gave us a surgery center packet to take to the surgery center. We went back home to our hotel, and then we ended up going an hour out of the way to a Bass Pro Shop. We went to the Bass Pro Shop. Not Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, pardon me. Went to the Cabela's, and then we went a few other places in Walmart and got our stuff that we needed for this trip, because we were supposed to go back home same day, Thursday, but my husband decided that was a good idea if we just go ahead and do the surgery the next day. And okay, so we wake up the next morning at 4 o'clock. We had to be at the surgery center at 5:45, they said, which, even though I didn't get into the center until 6 because they weren't really open, I signed in, I think, at 5:50. They called me back in there at 6. They got another urine sample. They asked me a bunch of questions, like if I've had anything to drink or eat. My husband and my daughter sat in the waiting room. They called me back. I went back there. They put the compression leg things on first. Sorry. I stripped down into a gown. They put the compression leg hoses on. And I got in the bed. The nurse came in and asked me a bunch more questions. I signed some paperwork. And I'm sorry if I say and a lot. I'm still under influence of medication and anesthesia. Okay, so Dr. Morice come in. They let my husband and daughter back in there, that's right. And Dr. Morice come in and said that he was going to start at 7, that I was going to be his first patient of the day, and that I was going to do great. And he explained to me several different things that could happen if he went in there. And my ovary wasn't, was just damaged that bad, which I knew something was wrong with that one because of the pain that I've had from it. And then he said if they had taken too much tubes before, when I had my ectopic pregnancy with my tubes tied, they went back in there and recut it out or whatever on that left side. That he might have had to make a new area right there where your uterus starts, where the fallopian tube starts coming out of the uterus. He might have to redo that, or he might have to make me a new fimbria. But actually, that was all good. He said that the only problem was that when she did that, she cut into, there's a certain layer of skin that goes in between. Kind of holds your ovary out. She cut into it, so it was just flapped over my uterus and adhesed there. So he repaired that, and they come in and he talked to me about that, and then they come in there and put some stuff in my IV, and I immediately was loony, Versed. And then when I woke up again, I was in the recovery room, and I was in quite a bit of pain, only because he not only took down all that scarring off my uterus, he fixed my C-section scar too. So they moved me into a room after I was in recovery for an hour. Yeah, you are such a good singer. Pardon, that's my baby girl. She's so sweet. They moved me into a different room where her and my husband got to come in there and see us. And I didn't ever think I was going to quit being nauseated. They gave me Zofran, Phenergan, Zofran. I mean, they maxed me out on the medication. And she brought me some more pain medicine, and I got up immediately after I got moved into that room. I got up and went to the restroom, tinkle, and it hurt pretty bad. It felt kind of like when you have a UTI, you need to go, but then your bladder starts spazzing. But eventually it got better. The more I sipped on my drinks and got to drinking real good, and got me some chicken broth and some crackers, and I finally was able to hold that down. Pardon again. Y'all are probably gonna laugh at this video listening to all this rambling because I'm still half out of it. I tell you one thing, I would not wish for a better doctor to do surgery on me. His knowledge is just out of this world. He explained everything. And his office staff, I wish it wasn't so far away, because I would use his office for my gynecologist's office, because they were so sweet and so kind and so patient, and they just explained everything. It was just a good experience. But after I got to eating soup and stuff, and I held that down, I asked for some more pain medicine because I only took one, and she told me I could have took two, but since you have to take them both within a 30-minute span of each other, they wouldn't give me any more for like 2 hours. So I said, hey, look, I've done went TT several times. I'm eating, I'm holding it down, I'm ready to go. So we got the discharge paper signed, and we were out of there. We got stuck in traffic from 3-something until after 5:30. Just driving slow, bumper to bumper. It has not been an easy ride whatsoever. About an hour into our drive, I started having really bad gas pains, like right under my collarbones and right under my rib cage area. I immediately started taking Gas-X before we ever started going, though. I have had some bleeding, which is normal, he says. I've only had to change my pad like 3 or 4 times. It's just been minimal, but I'll change it as soon as it gets anything on it, because I'm OCD about it. But other than that, ladies, I'm gonna post another video of telling, with a clear head, how everything went and stuff, but it was a great experience so far. I'm planning on doing like another one in a few days, and then another one after a few more days, and another one like at 2 weeks post surgery, and like 4 weeks post surgery, on and on and on. Problem I'm having is finding a doctor or a gynecologist, OB, whatever, that will take me now that someone else has done surgery on me. Because the lady that did the surgery before, my doctor that did the surgery before and messed my ovary and all that up, she isn't going to take me anymore because I went to someone besides her to have the surgery. So that's what we're working on right now, is looking up and calling and researching to find a doctor, OB or gyno in our area that will see me. But you ladies, I have already been feeling a whole lot different since the surgery. My ears, I used to have to pop them constantly because the pressure in my head. I kept a migraine 24/7, and I hope I don't jinx myself, that it is gone forever, because literally I have not had to pop my ears, and it is so crazy. I usually have to do that a million times a day, and my face is itching from anesthesia, and it's sorry for rambling. But if you have any questions or anything, I will walk you step by step through it. Miss Margie is a sweetheart. She is a sweetheart, and so is Dr. Morice. He is not going to let you go in not knowing what's going to go on. He is going to explain every little fine detail that he can to you. But I'm so glad to be on the other side, and thank you all for praying for me up until this point, and keep your prayers coming, because I still have a long way to recover. But thank you guys.